But I'm going to introduce you to the format real quick because that is definitely something that we haven't really seen thus far. I mean, it's a bit unique, even though it was there, or it is there in a lot of tech competitions. But usually everything is going a bit differently, so it is hard to really distinguish between all the things because sometimes it's just working a slight bit different, and that's the case here as well. So we play a 1v1, a 2v2, and a 3v3. So that is before that. If you win a 1v1 as a team, you gain yourself 1 point, as well as for the 2v2, and if you win the 3v3, you gain yourself 2 points. So a 2-2 is possible, and then we're gonna go into a tiebreaker. But how we're gonna play it out is here. We have the map Orangensaft here, Orangensaft by Kyril, that will be played in the 1v1 and 2v2 because it's the map that has been released at the first map, and then the 3v3 will be played on the new track from Mr. Blutig, yeah? The track from Blutig, which is Egal, yeah? So 2 German names, actually. I'm not sure if this was intended or not. But yeah, that will be great. That will be absolutely great. And I'm looking forward to see if, yeah, the team from the side of Hey can now make some damage here. I mean, they've shown some great sportsmanship, but let's take a look. Maybe they can bring themselves on the leaderboard. As we have 2 warm-ups before every live round, every player is playing here, and then we're gonna start with a 1v1. So 1v1 works like that. If you win first, you gain the point of the rounds, or draws, of course, not possible. It's only possible if both players DNF. I think we haven't had that thus far, if I recall it correctly. But of course, respawn is not allowed. So if both players make a mistake, they have to DNF. And then we're gonna start with the next round. After that, we're gonna play the 2v2. Not to the point limit of 7 as in the 1v1, but to the point limit of 5 because a draw is just way more likely. And in the 3v3, we're also going to play till a point limit of 7. Alright, with that out of the way, if you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the chat. But I think the format should be very clear, but it's hard to really explain it, and just, yeah, you have to understand it once and then it's easy. As I have also a new microphone, which is great. You know, I just bought that one. That is great. I also think that will also elevate my the casting experience, which is great. But yeah, let's start with a 1v1 here. Hopefully, Hey can do something here. Hopefully, they can do something with a maybe a point or 2, or maybe 3. I think they can really do that. Okay, let's take a look who's playing. We have Febi and Razor playing against each other. So before that, we didn't really see that. But yeah, I've played this map myself. And I know that this is certainly not easy, as Razora goes for a great SD, actually. Goes into the lead, so great start here from Razora. I was not expecting that. Fabi is on 2nd position and not with the best speed here, but gets a great SD there. Razora with a little bit of an oversteer and a wonky line, so he falls down to P2. But I think this could be, just from the first meters that we've seen on the track, could be a close match. It could be a close match here that is coming up. By the looks of it. But yeah, Razora also here with a mistake. I was also really failing with, or stumbling with this corner, because you have to anticipate the turn and steer left very early, so it's not that easy. So Fabi is on his way to just finish the round, and he will take it. So that will be the first point. It will be the first point for Team Zef Gaming. Alright, looking good. And he has just one more jump to go, then the magnet, and then we have a 56.46. I think I had a 58 or 59 time, so that is already a great time. I mean, this map is not really easy. I have to say that. This map is not easy. If you think that this map is easy, then I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course, maybe from the first look and you're like, ah, yeah, I can play it. But, you know, full speed in general is such a hard style to cope and to deal with. It's very momentum based, and one mistake and you can be completely dead. Unlike to tech, if you just, yeah, let's say, like underdrift, you can just release. Of course, you still lose time, but only 0.2 of a second. So that is still fine if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Next round, Fabi is leading again, and also Razor not with the best amount of speed accumulated in this sector, and falls tremendously behind you with 0.4 of a second, but you can still snipe him if Fabi gets a little bit of an oversteer or just makes a smaller mistake. But Razor is losing time here and is 0.75 behind, but still a great run for him, still a great round. And he is able to finish here, approaching that last sector here, this left turn, which is important to get. Then you can do an SD, and then, but you have to stop it in the last sector here. And also want to minimize the steering angle and the SD per se as much as possible. And Fabi wins it here as well. Alright, into the next round we go. Let's take a look. If Razor can maybe do it this time around, if he can maybe snipe it or not. But thus far he has not really gained as much momentum as Phoebe here again, so that is not that great for him. And also here he was doing a little bit too late, but also this turn is really hard to get. And with that, Razor is again 0.5 behind, lost 0.3 of a second in this checkpoint, or to this checkpoint. But still, he can do it. Phoebe goes, I think, over the grass there, so he lost a bit of speed by my impression. Not sure if that was the case or not. But yeah, Phoebe on his way to win yet another round, and this will be the 3-0. So looking like a clean sweep, but of course he has to survive every round. And hopefully he can get themselves 1 point. So a 56.37. To give you guys a perspective on Orangensaft, the WR is a 53.40. You know, it's 3 seconds faster than that. From then, of course, we have seen a lot of great rounds on this one, but of course it is again very hard to gain your momentum. And I mean, it just, man, it's unbelievable actually. It is incredible how close that can be. And yeah, again, Phoebe leading here from the get-go. Razor already a little bit further behind, but still not out on this one yet. He's not out on this one yet. Got a bit of airtime there, so he lost a bit of time. And also here not going for that SD. I think this is one of the most important SDs on this map, because it's just such a long stretch, such a long right-hander where I have to SD on. And also, you have to consider that if you are above 600 kilometers per hour, you can auto speed slide. And I think for some parts it gets harder. It's harder to hold or to get that auto speed slide. So that's why it's important to nail every speed slide at the beginning, to just, yeah, it's sort of just stacking up, you know, it's just stacking up. Yeah, Phoebe takes it here. I think actually a good time here, considering his first times, 55.89. So yeah, that is only 2.5 seconds away, so a faster time that we have seen. And with that, getting the 4th point. Okay, next round, and Phoebe is again ahead, but Razor not too far behind actually, only 0.3 of a second, only 0.3 of a second. Razor is behind, and also Phoebe actually with a good line there. I thought that he had airtime and didn't get that SD afterwards, but looking good for him. Also this part very important to not overslide. Of course you can get an SD there, but it's pretty hard to nail that. So Phoebe is just playing it safe and getting the next point. He's 1 second ahead. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles, and that's how Phoebe is getting it here. As I have to close my window maybe, because it is pretty loud outside. There we go. Just close it, and Phoebe will take it with a 56.03, but also not a bad time from Razor. A sub 1 minute time. And yeah, 5-0. So let's see if maybe Hay can do something here or not. I mean, it is 5-0, and yeah, pretty clear that Razor cannot match the pace, even though he's playing very consistent. And yeah, I think that those times are very fast, Ryder, because this map is pretty hard. And there's just a very small margin of making it good and not, to be honest. I mean, I've played this track myself, and that is just my impression from it. You know, one SD not managed correctly, and you are down. You're down to like 1 or 1.5 seconds, and then, of course, it all stacks up. But yeah, Phoebe on his way to win yet another round. 0.8 ahead of Razor, and Razor also here with airtime, but gets a good SD out of that, but still lost more time because he just got that airtime. You can see it in the live checkpoints down below. He's 1.2 seconds behind, and with that he has to settle again on 2nd position, and Phoebe with the 6-0 here, 55.99, so sub 56 time, and this is the map point already for Team Zef Gaming, or SEF Gaming. Let's see if he can use the first map point. Okay, actually Phoebe with a mistake. All right, let's see if he can come back from that, because you of course lose a lot of speed with that. Can Razor still ahead? stay ahead or not. 1.1 seconds between Fabi and Razora here. Okay. That could be the chance, but also the chance for Fabi to make it a little bit more exciting. He's coming a bit closer. 0.2 of a second, he has caught up. Razor also not with a good amount of speed in this sector, oversteered in the wall ride, and it is only 1 second. Only 1 second, and Fabi had a great run here, but Razor with the mistake there, flipping and making the mistake, and this means that Fabi has it. Oh man, that was super unfortunate for Razor making that mistake, and he is dead. So that's the GG here. Fabi just has to survive it, but yeah, Razora throwing that one away. But despite making that mistake, he has finished 5 out of 7 rounds, so that is great to see. But of course, in the round there where he could really have made it, yeah, he failed it, unfortunately. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled. 7-0 here in favor for SEF Gaming. Alright, so the 2v2 will start now after 2 warm-ups again. So that means 2v2 means that we have points to the respective positions. So first position gets 6 points, second gets 5 points, third gets 4 points, and fourth gets 3 points. Yeah, like that. And with that in mind, we have yeah, teams collecting their points. So let's say that if Lucy and Afrosnake get first and fourth, they get 6 plus 3 points, so that means 9 points. And if the others get second and third, it also means that they got 9 points, so 5 plus 4 is 9. And that means that this round is a draw then, so the total points matter. The total points matters. And with that in mind, I'm looking forward to that, because one mistake from either of those teams means that they have to, like, even if let's say, even if Arthur gets first, Afro Snail Lucy can still win it because his teammate can make a mistake. So if, as a Thoth, dude, it's such a tongue twister. As a Thoth, you have to make a pause, then it's easier. If Azza, I'm just calling him Azza now because that is easier and not gonna rely on my Thoth, on my THs, you know. So if Azza makes a mistake and Arthur gets first, but Afro Snail and Lucy finish, they still have the point. So Hey still has the point then, and yeah, only point limit of 5 here on this one. Only a point limit of 5. So yeah, because draws are just inevitably gonna happen more often here. You can already see the speed difference, but Afro Snail and Lucy don't look too bad on those tracks, to be honest. They don't look too bad, and I think if they gonna practice more and more, they can definitely do some damage and even be contenders of winning matches. But maybe they're gonna do 2 or 3 or maybe even more points on this map. We don't know. We don't know. So last warm up before we're gonna go live, and I will drink a bit of water. Arthur also with a good time here, 54.59, which is 1 second behind WR. So Arthur with a great time, and good luck to the teams. Okay, first round coming up. Let's follow Afro Snail for this one, as Lucy almost makes a mistake there, almost touches, but was saving. And then also Afro Snail not with the best line here, with a bit of an oversteer, and also a weird exit, with a weird exit of that. So let's see if Ethel is saying in the chat their goal is to get 2 points total. Okay, I mean, good luck to them. Lucy also with a good SD here, but I also was struggling with that when I was playing that map, getting to that auto slide afterwards, because I was not having the speed here. But I think, okay, I thought for a moment that Azza made a mistake, but he didn't. So Azza still on P number 2, but he's going for the overtake here on Arthur. Who's gonna get first? It is so close. It is actually a tie between them, and Arthur is taking it. So Azza, Thoth, and Arthur hand in hand into the finish, and that's their first point. It's actually a tie here. So tie between them, but still they're gonna take the point. That's 1-0 in favor for SEF Gaming. Arthur leading ahead of Azza. So same picture again. Afrosnare with a oversteer, almost a drift-like line. And with that, of course, losing a lot of time. So a little bit of an oversteer in this part here. Azza a bit laggy by the looks of it, but you could have seen it here. It is so important to get you that SD. That one was actually great from Afrosnail, but it's so hard to get that. It's so hard to get that. And I think, yeah. Actually, we have one ZEF member or SEF member making a mistake. So Afrosnail and Lucy just have to finish the round in order to get a point. Can they stay alive? One more turn. And it is enough. The first point for Team Hay here. The first point for Team Hay, because Azza is the only player from Team SEF Gaming who has finished the round. Okay, so 1-1 actually. Great to see that. Hay wins the first round. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. Even though if Arthur gets first, or Azza gets first, they still have to rely that the other member is also finishing. Afrosnail and Lucy are playing the consistency game, and with that they have their first point here. Their first point in this 2v2. And now we're gonna go to the next one. Of course, it is clear right now, also just from my looks here, that they're gonna outpace them, but Afrosnail with a overtake here on Azza, who made a mistake, and now Lucy and Afro just have to survive here again, and they're gonna go into the lead on this 2v2. They just have to survive here. Lucy can, I think she, make it by, or he, I'm not gonna assume any gender here, but yeah, that's the next point for Team Hay here. That's the next point for them. They're gonna go into the lead in the 2v2. Great. They did 2 points. Great to see that. But maybe they can do more than 2 points. Maybe they can do more than 2 points, actually. Is it possible? Maybe they can go for the 3rd and the 4th point. Who knows, who knows? Okay, but so far it's not looking good for them in this round, as Arthur and Azza are ahead. And yeah, they are definitely outpacing them, but they can still make a mistake, of course. Azza and Arthur just have to survive here, but it is again a player with a mistake. Azza with no speed, and he gets overtaken by Lucy. But where's the other member? Okay, actually it is Afro who made a mistake. So that is unfortunate, and this will be the tie here for Team SEF Gaming, 55.13. And yeah, Lucy with that getting still a great performance in here. Still a great performance, finishing all the rounds thus far, I think. And hello Bass, what's up? Okay, so 2-2 actually. 2-2. But they have, yeah, reached their goal. Hay wanted to get 2 points in the sub matches, and they have done it here. And they still have plenty of rounds to play in. But again, the pace from Arthur and Azza is just too strong. The double A lead, let's say like that, for Team SEF or ZEF Gaming. Oh, but Azza with a mistake, and this could be the next point for Team Hay. Azza is making a lot of mistakes, but also Arthur has made them. Okay, so they just have to survive. They just have to survive here, and then they will get their next point. They can take it easy though, but definitely SEF are taking too many risks here, getting yeah, throwing away points. And Afrosnail and Lucy are taking it here. Yes, they will. And they will get their 3rd point, actually. They will get their 3rd point. Great to see that. 3-2. Can they do the impossible and win a sub match here? I mean, no one was expecting that, but so far it is looking really good for them. Okay, Afrosnail already a little bit behind. Also, Azza here, not with the best speed, but Lucy with a great start, actually. Lucy with a great start, but still finding him or herself on 3rd position because Azza and Arthur are just outpacing them. Or her. Him, her. Because you know this name. I'm not sure. I don't want to assume any genders here. So I'm just gonna go with a double check. Not to be, of course, disrespectful or anything. I just certainly don't know it because I'm unclear, or it's unclear for me. But SEF Gaming is taking the 3rd round, so this scoreboard is tied up again. Okay. Okay, that was my HGD. Alright, see ya HGD. I'm not sure, sometimes it's just disconnecting. But let's go into round number 7. We didn't have a draw yet. Because the round was usually decided that one SEF member has made a mistake. But again, they are leading here. They are winning the round. They're 0.2 apart from each other and almost 1 second ahead here. But we see a mistake from Azar again. And can they actually make it? It is Hey winning the 4th round here. No way is SEF Gaming throwing it away, because they're gonna get the next point, and with that they have the map point. Could you believe that? Hey, with a map point here. 4-3. Are they gonna take it? Are they gonna take it? Man, I was not expecting that. No, there's no tennis mode. They just have to survive here, SEF. And they should know that, actually. They should not take unnecessary risks now. Because hey, Team Hey is doing a fantastic job of just driving consistent. And with that, just getting the rounds. They are ahead. Look at this. Look at the speed difference between SEF and Hey. It is just there. It is the difference is there in the skill gap. But it is definitely, yeah, not enough for them to just finish in first and one player making a mistake. But let's follow actually Azza here, because he's just behind Arthur. And looking good for SEF to draw out the place again. And yes, they're gonna do so. Only one more jump to go. And yes, that is enough. Also with a 54.49 from Arthur. Not the worst time that we have seen. And with that, it is 4-4. And good luck to the teams. But I'm not gonna write that, because that will only distract them. Let's see who will take it. Okay, the final round, the decider here. There's no tennis mode. It is Lucy with a great start, actually. Lucy with a great start, going into the battle for first. But let's take a look who's gonna make that first mistake. Is it Azza, or maybe Arthur, or Lucy, or an Afrosnail? They have to stay alive, and they have to rely on a mistake here in this part. Arthur with a very risky line. They're going so far to the right, but not making a mistake. So both players still alive, and they're gonna take it, but still a close fight here on that 2v2. They could have made it, but it wasn't quite enough. They were really, yeah, like, it was really cool to see that they got 4 points though. But yeah, that's the GG here. SEF wins it, of course, deserved. because of the pace difference, but also a great performance from Team Hay. I have to stress that one out. A great performance from Team Hay because they've gotten themselves 4 points and played the consistency game. With 37 and 32 points, they're outscoring Asa here. So a great performance from Team Hay. And also hello to Frechtags, hello to Bass, and everyone else in the chat. Nice seeing all of you. Hopefully all doing great. And hello, and Johnny as well. Hallo, hallo. Okay, so now we're gonna play the 3v3. It is a bit like matchmaking, only that the point number is 7 now. And we're not gonna play on the campaign maps, but we're gonna play on the new map here from Mr. Bluetick featuring Nitty. Actually, I just wanted to check that. And also a pretty short map with a length of 45 seconds. Not the longest track that we have seen thus far. It is Egal. Yeah, Egal is the track name. Again, we have 2 warm-ups. And yeah, I'll be right back. I have to grab some water. I'll be right back, guys. Or some other beverage. But you're gonna see the map here. Beautiful scenery, actually. With some custom blocks and also the housing here. Very great. But yeah, I'll be right back. I forgot to bring myself something to drink. Okay, I'm back. I am back. Hallo. Hallo, Servus und guten Tag. So, 2 warm-ups again on this track. And yeah, I really like this map. But what I also like is some Sprite pork. Ah, great. Man, weather is also great outside. In the morning, I was actually, I was at a friend's house. We had a bonfire, we were at a fireplace, let's say like that. And then afterwards, you know, it was a bit later. And then we watched the sunrise, which was absolutely astonishing tonight, or today. You cannot say tonight, right? But it was such a great sunrise. And we were all very stoked by that. And yeah, then I went to sleep pretty late. Pretty late, and I woke up at, I think, 3:30 or something. Because I was at home at 7. Oh man, that was crazy. But nights like this are definitely not bad. I love them. But I think it was a bit too exaggerating after the sunset to just yeah, be there for so long. But anyway, let's focus on the match. Let's not focus what I did yesterday. I just wanted to get that one clear. And we have the first round coming up. So point number 7. And you need first and second as a team to win the round. So you get 6 points for first, 5 points for second, and so on. So last position gets 1 point, and the team, the scores or the points will be added up. 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 21. So you need 11 points as a team to win a round. But of course, DNFs can also happen. And with that, yeah, you cannot really score any points. As we have the first round here, Azath and Arthur are leading ahead of Fabi. Lucy not with the best line here, so he falls down to P number 5 actually, because Rosoro also with the overtake, but Azath or Arthur are taking first and second, Fabi on third, and then there's Rosoro on fourth and Lucy on fifth. So the member here, Afro Snail, unfortunately not with a finish, and that's the first point for Team SEF. Okay, first round we see, next round we see a lot of mistakes actually here from Team Hay by the looks of it, but only I think alignment errors. I just pressed the wrong button, I'm sorry for that. But one player already with the DNF. It is Lucy, we see Arthur and Azath again hand in hand into the finish. Phoebe behind that, but also on a great run here. And they're gonna take it. So the WR on this track on Egal is a 45.72. But of course it's a shorter map, so people will come close by to that time. Of course a bit better than on the prior map, which is just a lot of momentum that you have to build up. And yeah, they're gonna take it here, 46.26, so 0.5 away from WR. And that's the 2-0 for SEF Gaming. The question is, can Hay get at least 1 point? Or maybe even 2? I mean, it was very close in the 2v2. And that's what I really respect from Hay. They've really improved, I mean, compared to the first match that I've casted, where consistency was lacking. They really played out the consistency card in this other match, which is very, very good. Very good, very smart decision by them. And with just a little bit more of practice and more of understanding of how to cope a certain situation and how to do a proper SD, which can be really hard and which is hard. I mean, I drove slower times than them. You know, it can definitely get possible for them to be a team that, yeah, definitely is also able to win sub-matches. I mean, look, they are finishing here. They're finishing here. Razoa, Afrosnell, and Lucy in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Only 1 second away from Azath and Arthur, who getting 1st and 2nd again. So, you know, they have the consistency, but they're still lacking on the pace. And of the understanding, let's say it like that. But 3-0 in favor for SEF Gaming. And now we're going to go to the next round. Yeah, it's a she. Okay, I was assuming that. So, great that I get that one straight. And thank you, Ethel, for the information. Thank you very, very much. So let's follow Lucy, actually. Let's follow her in this round. Losing a bit of speed there by, I think, not having the best part beforehand. So Afro Snail is overtaking her. And she falls down to P5. And also Razor coming a bit closer here by the looks of it. Lucy with a very risky line, but her teammate made a mistake. So Lucy, the only one left alive here for Team Hay. But still great to see that she is still able to finish. Yep, but Azath, Arthur, and Phoebe are on P1, 2, and 3, and Lucy only on 4th, the only member who has finished here for Team Hay. So, yeah. That is it. So 4-0, only 3 more points in order for them to take it home. Alright, again, I mean, a very decided round already. However, we see Azath and Arthur. Man, it's such a tongue twister saying those names. Imagine I would have said Azathoth and then Arthur just behind that. I mean, how to even pronounce that name? Azathoth. That is such a hard name, really. You really have a tongue twister there. It is so hard to do, but Azath getting 1st out of Arthur, then Lucy on 3rd. And yeah, that is it. Only 3 people finishing in this round. Only 3 were able to finish this round. Okay, so 5-0, round number 6 coming up. So not a single round has been lost for SEF Gaming on this map on Egal from a Blue Tick and Nitty. So after that, guys, I'm just gonna quickly go into the schedule. We have our AR Black versus Rewards Violet. I think this will be a very spicy match. And then also Shift versus Evo. So those matches will come up as well. And then tomorrow we have SM Black versus Fat. Or Team Fat. Then Evo But Slow versus SEF. And also Numelovs versus AR Black, as well as Evo versus Rewards Gold. So those will be the matches for tomorrow. I think this one, of course, was a great match because I really like this sportsmanship that Hay is just bringing to the table here. I really, really like that. And also that you can see that they definitely improved, which is great. And also just a chance And also people, yeah, well, you know, they're people. Let's say for the German Trackmania Cup, we had people who were qualified, you know, in the top 32, and then didn't show up, you know, and then they didn't show up, for example, and they're like, oh, okay, the other players would have not made it, but you have to start somewhere. And if a team like Hey here, and I just have to give huge credits to them, are just, yeah, playing tournaments and just improving and improving, then they definitely have a time and have a great job or a great future ahead of them by just playing casually and occasionally maybe even win sub-matches. So that's what I really want to stress out, but this one will go in favor for SEF Gaming. Only one or more section to go here, and this will be the ace and the GG for SEF Gaming, but still a great match from both teams. Maybe a bit wonky from SEF in the 2v2, but still, hey, played the consistency card, and with that, they have taken it. So 7-0 is the clean sweep here for SEF, and that's the GG. So 4-0 is the total scoreline.